I'm ready.
Hit it.
We're all ready?
We are.
We're back. All right. We're playing Metroid again. Whatever.
way to bring it back in.
I
Super
just
big energy.
remember like, oh, don't do the voice. Don't do the voice. Don't do the voice. Okay, it's fine if it's working now. Is everybody still recording?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're playing Metroid. Nothing weird happened.
Yeah. Disregard the last 12 minutes. No problem.
I'm gonna leave all of that in sped up by 500%.
Oh no.
Why does Samus's suit look like that?
I got an upgrade. Remember the last time we were playing, I got the upgrade, the Varia suit that makes her.
It keeps her from getting the flu.
Yeah, she can't get COVID now.
Guys, can you believe it? We're playing.
My
Oh no, this is real fear right here. Is getting stuck in an elevator. Have you ever had that happen? When you got
I've never
trapped
been
in an
stuck
elevator?
I would die.
No, I don't jump up and down on them like you do, Crash.
Oh, that's
You're
fair.
telling us about how you jump up and down on elevators and stuff. I don't do that.
Still to this day.
This music used to scare me so bad when I was a kid.
Hey, Ridley.
Uh-oh. He's awake. Uh-oh. Oh no, he was full of goo.
He was.
Ridley died.
There goes your fancy highfalutin party ice sculpture. It's gone.
I'm pretty sure we found out at this point that literally every single living creature on this space station is an X. There are no living creatures that haven't been killed and taken over by X. Except
when you say
for those funny little birds that we rescued earlier, if you remember.
So when you say killed and taken over by X, does that make them a copy?
Yes, so the X literally infect and absorb the knowledge and like genetic structure of their prey
It's like
and then just replicate
It's a thing.
them. These are X parasites.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the thing from the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
That's a good movie.
It is a really good movie.
Watson and I just watched it for the first time
Are you serious?
last year, maybe 2 years ago. And it was a blast. We have been hearing about it for ever and ever, and finally we sat down and watched it. And yeah, it was really good. It holds up too, because they,
it's great.
we're doing practical effects and stuff like that. It still looks dope as hell.
Now, do you subscribe to the theory that the guy at the end was the thing or not?
Which guy?
I don't know.
There's because what?
I can't remember their names, but
Kurt Russell's character was that the actor?
Well, there's him, but then there's the other guy. I can't remember the.
There's a
the
black
name
guy. He's with a black guy, and the main the main theory is the black guy the thing or not? And people come up with weird fan theories and they add their own spin on it. I don't know. I don't think he was. I think there were two humans.
Yeah.
Adam's basically just telling us that all the power went down and all like the security latches and elevators are offline. And if I go here,
Isn't Adam evil?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Is he,
well, that's nice.
Yeah, he's evil, isn't he?
Remember he was talking to that shady government official that was like, "The Samish know we are evil," and he's like, "Nah."
No.
By the way, I asked you to turn here to tell you some strange creatures have boarded your ship. Yeah.
It's our friends.
So those guys aren't ex-hosts. He scanned them.
Those are the friends that you rescue at the end of Super Metroid.
Yeah.
Unless you're a monster.
That's true. They also in Super Metroid teach you how to do your cool backflips and shit.
Except they don't. Not very well.
Yeah. They just backflip and you go, "Oh, I can do that."
Well, the thing is that I've played plenty of games up till that point where there was wall jumping, where you'd flip from one side to the other, like up a shaft, and they do not tell you that there is a or at least within the confines, because I played the game for the first time in like college. I just played it blind because I was like, oh, this is a really highly rated, well-loved Super Nintendo game, and I just never played it. And you have to, there's like a couple of frames where Samus stops and grabs on the wall, and that's when you have to jump away. And I was just trying to like jump, just like slam the jump button.
Yeah.
It does not work that way. Oh my goch, these are the space pirates or whatever?
Yeah, these are the space
shooting
pirates.
Lasers out of their crab claws.
Sure do. So I cannot save the game until I get the power back on, which is a fun little thing about this segment.
That doesn't sound fun.
No, yeah, it sounds kind of lame.
But that is interesting that, none of the systems in the ship work until you get the power back, and one of those is the save room. That makes sense. It is definitely a choice. I don't know. I can dig it.
This coming boss is like the filter for this game. It's like what stopped me in my tracks most of the time as a kid.
For a mobile game, that's kind of a bold choice, you know?
Yeah.
A game where you're expected to put it down like at the drop of a hat.
Am I crazy? Have I forgotten how to get this missile tank? I might be crazy. No, it's right here.
Are you specifically going for 100%?
No, God no. I just want the missiles because it makes it easier.
Hey,
and for some reason, this
fair
is
enough.
the number. This is like the only one that I've forgotten how to get. Very strange.
It's right there. It's not.
It's I swear it's like you. Maybe I come up from underneath. I don't know why. I never get this one in the randomizer. Because like why? Like it's a single check and it's so out of the way.
Like, unless you walk into the room and see that it is a very necessary thing.
Unless it's a question mark, I don't get it, because all the actual abilities in the randomizer are question marks.
Oh, okay. Alright, this is looking promising.
Yeah, this is how you get to the boss, which is might also be how I get to, I don't need that missile tank, who cares?
YOLO. Ooh.
Yeah,
you know, for
this boss is the one that used to stop me as a kid, because it's the first hard boss in this game.
I'm glad they put at the bottom of a mile-long pit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We got fire raining down. Oh my gosh, a giant space spider.
Yeah. So this is Yakuza.
That's his name?
That's It doesn't have a bunch of other optional, super fun mini games associated with it.
Hey, come on!
Yeah, you gotta be
I
this
love
guy
the
to
Yakuza games.
Mahjong if you want to progress.
Yeah, you gotta pull the Mahjong game out of Katamari into this game in order to beat him.
That's like when you first hear about multi-world randomizers.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Someone very poorly explains them to you.
But wait, there's a second phase.
Oh yeah.
This honestly reminds me. Did y'all ever play? What was it? Mickey's Magical Quest for Super Nintendo?
I think maybe.
It's the one where he has he changes costume into like either a climber or a firefighter, and he
like
fights a bunch of bosses.
Peach game?
It's a what?
That's just like that Princess Peach game, where Princess Peach changes costumes.
I guess I haven't played it yet.
And makes a bad game.
But anyway, the way that the enemy started like slowly changing hues, changing colors while you were dealing damage to it reminded me of those bosses, because the bosses in that game happen the same way, where as you deal damage to them, they like get more and more like red and then purple as they take damage.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a cool indicator that you're like doing good, doing well. Man, you destroyed him.
Superman does good. Oh yeah. You do well.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people say, like, oh, I was better at video games when I was a kid, and I was, like, patient, but I'm way better at games than I was as a kid. And I'm still bad at them, so you can imagine. Oh, I have space jump now,
so you can just fly now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just fly?
And the power's back on.
Nice.
So
dude,
it's
flight
like
and
it's not that
I can
bad
turn on the
earlier.
light to go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Nice. I don't get the heebie-jeebies trying to go pee-pee in the middle of the night.
Right.
Thanks.
Save rooms and recharge rooms are now back online, but with only auxiliary power, no elevators or hatches will work.
But it doesn't matter because I can fucking fly!
Yeah. He's saying basically all that weird vegetation we saw a while ago growing in Sector 2 is probably the choking out the power. So I gotta go do something about it.
Notice that the locks are back in numbers 1 and 2.
A cute little detail. They're all locked again. Yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out.
Hey, I'm paying attention.
Yeah, thanks, Crash.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, I'm paying attention to the episodes that we have already released up to this point, which I think are just the first 2. So anything past that, I don't remember.
When's 3 come out? Tomorrow?
I haven't rewatched it.
Day after tomorrow? Is that when 3 comes out?
I think 3 went out on Friday, didn't it?
Was that 3? I don't remember.
Yeah, that was 3.
Yeah, let's have another 20 minutes of inside baseball as commentary. That'll be real good.
People eat that stuff up.
Yeah, they like to see how the sausage is made.
I hate seeing how sausage is made, personally.
How the bean water is processed.
All right, this is another
Ew,
difficult
gross
moment.
What, not losing your lunch?
Yeah, get dicked. Fake Samus. Uh-oh. Dude, oh my gosh. It's doing like 2 bars of damage to you. Holy hell. You get out of there. That's no bueno.
Yeah. There we go. Woo!
Don't get shot through the walls.
She doesn't. It doesn't on me here.
Woo!
So
man, that was close. Another like 2 hits, and you would have.
Yeah. She does a fuck ton. I think she does 4 per shot. Or it, I guess it's an it. But yeah, that was the second roadblock as a child that prevented me from ever beating this game.
Is just that chase and escaping without getting murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems pretty tough. Yeah, this game suddenly ramps up.
Oh,
but I mean, right now you have a lot of tech that you've picked up on top of, you know, a lot of health, a lot of missiles, but your first playthrough, you know, you're not necessarily getting all that.
Yeah, once you like know what you're doing in this game, it is definitely like significantly easier once you just kind of like once you know what to expect, like what's coming. The first one, though,
that is also
this game can be a real nightmare.
Yeah, you get surprised a few times. You get the rug pulled out from under you, and then after that, it's going, okay, I know this is coming up. I can prepare. So what is our next step now that we have turned on power and we have space jump?
We're gonna go try to get rid of the vegetation. Oh yeah, patch is locked.
Oh, we're gonna instigate some global warming on the space station.
These enemies, what are they? I think they're Kaizos. Is that their name? Something like that.
Oh, invisible blocks?
Yeah, son of a bitch. I always forget how the hell to go up here.
Hidden block with Space Hamster and Brutal Moose.
Yes. That's them. They're going to be showing up in just a second. They're making cameos.
Boy, if they made a cameo, I would love it. Those are 2 of my favorite channels when I was younger.
Actually,
That'd also
go back and
be
save.
Insane if they made a cameo in a game that came out in 2002, before YouTube existed.
They want to. I mean, Peanut Butter Gamer is in like an NBA game from like 2005.
Oh, I can't. That's right.
What?
You didn't know that?
Did he like win some contest or something?
Yeah, he won a contest and he submitted like a victory catchphrase or something.
Oh yeah, I vaguely remember hearing him.
And it's bang-a-lang-a-doodah and it sucks. Yeah, that's it. It sucks so hard.
Boom goes the dynamite. Bang-a-lang-a-doodah.
Yeah, but in the credits it says Austin Hargrave.
Yeah. His slave name.
Not his slave name. That's
not his chosen
awful.
name.
There we go.
That's a me or Dortle joke. What's wrong with you?
You know, just feeling a little spicy here on the weekend.
A little frisky talking about slave labor.
I lost all my money on the derby, dude. I'm gonna be a slave too. I'm gonna have a slave name.
Yeah, tell us. We got 2 messages back to back. You were like, "Hell yeah, I'm up $9," and then the next one was like, "I have no money. I'm out of money."
Yeah, I lost all my money. Well, my family kept saying, "Oh,
what were you playing? What were you playing?
What?
What were you playing?"
Oh, I was betting on horse races.
Oh, okay.
And when the big race happened, all day long, my grandma, her brother who passed away when he used to do horse races, she wouldn't shut up. She said, "Oh, he bet on every horse and he usually made his money back." I get home and my mom's like, "Yeah, he never did that. She made that up." Or if he did it, he never won, you know? And I'm like, man, because I lost all my money on the final. I mean, I was putting like $50 down across every horse. Like, there's, what, 19 horses? And I think I put $3 on each one to win. So,
oh, I thought you put $50 on each horse. I was like, mute. We just had a conversation where you were like, "Oh, I can't afford another hard drive. I need to get a job." And it's like, maybe you shouldn't throw down like $10,000 on a horse race.
But across the whole day, I think I did lose $150. Which
or no, $1,000. That was off by 1 magnitude. My bad.
It's okay.
But still,
it was fun though. Horse races are fun to watch.
I don't know if I've ever.
I can beat Notori with that much health.
You get pissed off. It's
what just happened? Was that? Is that just your thinking noise?
Yeah.
What is that thing?
Is this a little mini boss? Oh, it looks like is that a Chozo that's been infected with vines? Has like Poison Ivy's had his way with him?
Yeah.
What's a Chozo?
You know what the Chozos are? Those are the funny birds.
Aren't they? Aren't they kind of just like an ancient, high-tech race?
They're the
or something.
They're the ancient ones that taught Samus how to be cool.
I've never played any Metroid game.
I've watched the randomizer a good
Castlevania.
bit. For Super Metroid, that's about it. I played Metroid 1, and I played Super Metroid, and that's it.
I was thinking that totally for my next next game that I play, we should play.
It's not over.
Yeah, it's easy.
What is it? Symphony of the Night.
We should play what?
Symphony of the Night.
Ooh, yeah, that is a game that I need to play. Back in college, I'm trying to remember if it was my last year of college or if it was like right afterwards, but it was a guy that I was rooming with for a long time. Around that time, I watched him play through a good bit of it in the living room while I was probably, I don't know, playing, still sucked into League of Legends or something like that.
Oh, we got the plasma game.
See, the problem is, I'll have to be the one to play it, because if I watch somebody play a game that I've played, I'll get vehemently pissed off.
See how much, like, immediately stronger the beam is?
Yeah. Oh, it is pretty good.
It's like killing these guys instantly now. The plasma beam is the only weapon.
Does it also shoot through walls?
It pierces enemies, so it'll keep doing damage through enemies. The wave beam goes through walls. The plasma beam is the only weapon in the game that can damage the SAX.
Oh, wow. So dude, are we almost done with the game? Like, are we in the last stretch?
We have
its ass is grass.
4 bosses left.
Okay. Nice. And you just done what? That was like your 3rd boss since we got here?
No, 4 more bosses.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but he's clearing through bosses really fast.
Oh, yeah. He's blitzing through it. He's a master gamer right here, all right? You best recognize.
And now the
real recognize real.
Because we killed that scary thing that was making the power not work.
So now it's all Jumanji up in here with all these plant growth that's taking over the ship.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've never seen that movie.
Nice Super Bomb. I haven't seen it in a long time. I reference it.
I loved Jumanji when I was a little kid.
I reference it confidently right there. I have not watched it in such a long time. I don't even remember the plot.
I watched it's board game, isn't it? Get stuck in a board game?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't remember the rest of it. Like, I don't remember the plot points, the story beats.
There's monkeys.
I know I remember at the what I do remember. I remember at the very end. There's a plant that spits these venomous spines or something like that make you pass out. And I remember being a kid and watching it, and the girl gets shot in the neck with them, and she's like, she's like knocked out, and she's like having a conniption fit. And I remember being a kid watching that, and for some reason that scene just messed me up. And I was like, I don't want to see this girl get shot in the neck with like 1,000 needles from this plant. Something about it just really made me go,
You would know something that'll shatter your mind, Crash. I don't know if Dordle's seen it. There's this Bug Island anime. And you know how they'll have like giant bugs. This is like realistic giant bugs attack like an island.
That sounds fun.
And it's awful. Like a giant butterfly walks up and sticks its like was it proboscis?
And
somebody
Tobuscus, yeah.
It sticks its feeder tube right into somebody's stomach and they just get dried out into a husk of pain, and they're screaming in agony.
No, I don't need that in my life.
There's like these maggots that eat you, but like fill your blood with like serotonin the whole time, so you don't want to fight.
No, I don't need that in my life.
It's awful.
Miss me with that shit.
Yeah, I've seen scenes of it, but it's brutal.
Yeah.
Dordle, throw up the butterfly proboscis thing.
There it is. All right. Got worse. The damage seems to have been caused by a creature kept here by the researchers who named it the Nightmare. Apparently, it's a biomechanical organism designed for military applications. It possesses uncommon power and can manipulate gravity.
Oh, but not rare power?
Nice.
Or
it can defy gravity?
It has well-done power, yeah. We must assume that it's become an ex-host. We have no choice. We must find it and defeat it. I can't confirm the location. Is your objective clear? No? See, it's out of control. Hurry before it destroys the entire station.
I hope this information helps. It doesn't. Thanks, though.
So he's not sending us after the SAX, is he? He's sending us after something else?
Yeah. So this is being caused by effectively what is a military weapon gone rogue.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can see all the damage here.
Yeah.
Ow, bitch.
Oh.
So this is isolated to just this area.
Yeah.
This
so this
special
is
brand of hell.
Yeah. The Nightmare's doing. Which
Looking at
coincidentally is considered the hardest boss in Metroid Prime. Or Fusion Prime. Listen to me.
What are we doing? What is this? What are we playing right now?
I think I need wave beam to get through here, but maybe I don't.
Seeing the background of this as like parallax scrolling behind you.
None of that. Remember
That's
that
a Winter
room that I
Wonderland.
gave up on?
Yeah. Seeing the background parallax scrolling behind you reminds me of this game for Super Nintendo. Is the only game that I had for the Super Scope. Yes, I had a Super Scope. I had the bazooka. It took like 6 C or D batteries, and it got eaten up in like an hour of using it. Uh-oh, can't save, no elevator.
Yeah.
But it was a game that we had called X Zone, and it was dope as hell. It was also very short once you like figured out what to do. But man, being a whatever like 8-year-old with this giant bazooka weighed down by D batteries on your shoulder in your living room, like I'd start cramping up. It was such a heavy thing to have to hold on your shoulder for that amount of time. But seeing all that stuff scroll there was I think it was the 3rd stage, was you got into a base and there's like all sorts of turrets and stuff like that to shoot on the background in the walls. Like you can just like blow up the base. Yeah, so that's what that is reminding me of right there. I'm flashing back to this game that I haven't played in I don't know how long.
I'm looking to see how many batteries it took.
What'd you say?
I'm looking to see how many batteries it took.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
I want to see. Maybe not. Maybe it was actually just like a bunch of AA. I may be misremembering, but I remember it was a bunch. It was one of those things where it's like, okay, you've bought the video game and you bought this, and you have to keep buying batteries for it. And batteries, you know, it was not a very efficient piece of equipment. So my parents were like, we're not going to keep buying batteries for you to play this one game. Play a different game. Do something else. Like the novelty of it was really cool.
Could you only use the light gun? Like, was that it? You had to use the light gun?
You had to use the light gun for that game, and they had a few other games on the Super Nintendo that used the scope, but that was the only one that I had. Because I remember seeing like a commercial or something for it, and we were like, oh my god, this looks dope as hell. It's like playing it's kind of like how people look at VR nowadays, and they're like, oh, it's like doing something that you would normally only have to like be able to go to an arcade and do something there. You could do it in your home. It's kind of like that. It was like, ooh, a light gun. You know, stuff that I could normally only do at another location. I can do that at my house now. It's like, all right, are you prepared to buy a shit ton of batteries?
Spend your entire college fund on batteries? Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
So these
to play this one game that
are little submarines.
Lasts like an hour.
I'm really slow in the water right now because I don't have the gravity suit, which is the challenge of this area.
Watch out for those band-aids that Mute's left around for us to munch on.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Okay.
Save.
The wiki says it takes
You go ahead.
6. What is this? John Deere 12 volt, 30 amp lawnmower batteries. Takes 6 of those
or uranium
in series.
It actually took in order to power it, you plugged a battery into a stationary bike, and a second child had to pedal.
Yeah, you had to get a really fast kid to pedal.
No, what was it actually? Was it just 6 AAs?
It was 6 AA. It was 6 AAs.
Yeah, I think 6 Cs that's what you would use for like a giant boombox. Yeah, 6 Cs. Now that I said it out loud, is obscene to have.
Yeah, it took about 15 lantern batteries.
Yeah.
He's like, those are like way more expensive than like AAs.
Well, they weigh so much more, and I was like, you know what? I may be overselling this, but yeah, it was. I just remembered that this is part of my.
Pull start my light gun to be able to play X Zone.
Yeah, I remember that there were 6 batteries. I didn't remember what kind they were because I can remember numbers and I can't remember letters. That's why I was really good at math and not good at anything else.
Are you guys ready?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Gas is free in this car, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But whenever you stop, you have to get out and pull start it.
Oh, every single time, like, if you're in bumper-to-bumper traffic, you have to get out and pull start it every single time. Engage sleep mode. What?
Oh, that's for like putting your console down. It's like a free save.
Putting a console down, take it out in the backyard. Sorry, little Timmy. Yeah. This is your doing. I don't want to shoot it.
Put the console slim right. I would crank start my car for free gas. Yeah.
Look, it's the only humane thing to do. Look at him. He's frothing at the port. You gotta let him go.
Why did they put down Old Yeller in that movie? Did it have rabies?
Yeah. Old Yeller Pokemon.
Nobody did that to Cujo. Have you ever seen Cujo? That movie sucks. That movie's like actually really bad.
I've not seen it. No, I can't say that.
It's so insanely boring.
Oh my gosh! This guy just teleported in. He just spawn camped us.
One frame one.
Look at his fucking sad face.
Yeah, his goopy face.
Can't be a military weapon without emotion.
It looks like he's out of Nightmare Before Christmas.
Ugh.
I know, right? I don't like it either.
He looks like a Heartless.
Oh no! Now he's. Dude, get this guy an allergy pill or something. He looks rough.
Can we do that on the next watch along? Can I just play all 50 hours of Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, no problem.
I mean, Kingdom Hearts is really not that long of a game, but
it'll feel like it. Oh, I like that you can jump off the non-existent wall on the right side. That's pretty dope.
It's because the spin attack literally just like jumps in midair.
Oh yeah, forget that you're not. Yeah, you're not. You're not actually wall.
No longer beholden to the
flipping
laws of physics.
Okay, so is Samus really just?
Damn, you have to shoot straight.
Just that kind of.
Damn.
Is she just that kind of a beast, or are people really making weak military weapons these days? If Samus can just solo one.
The thing is that Samus is a thinking.
Samus is like
breathing, adapting
by like ancient super soldier aliens.
Yeah, she went to Yardrat to train with Goku.
Dude,
oh my
really
gosh, this guy's really droopy.
This is a really embarrassing nightmare fight. The trick is to get him to like come forward. There we go.
Nice. Yeah, it seems like you got it. Dude, look at this. Pro strats.
Yeah, now he's done.
Easy peasy.
Now I just gotta blow up the core.
You gotta blow up the core, yeah.
And that's like kind of the whole thing is like if you know how to fight the bosses, they're not very hard. You've got to learn how to do the boss. Like you gotta learn.
Wow, it's like any other game that has bosses.
Well, fuck you then. I mean, you're like it's not that impressive. I'm not actually doing anything that cool.
It's like, once you know how to do it, then you can do it. Wow, really?
He's just responding to stimuli.
Thanks, coach.
Gravity suit.
Gravity suit. Yeah, you can move freely in water.
Also, I take less damage. The suits in this game give you armor.
Ooh, that is nice. Oh, do you have a second row of energy bars loading up there? I see that.
The max is 20. Well, the max is technically 21 because you have all your bars and then like your no bar.
Yeah.
So I have 12 right now, which is good.
Yeah.
And now I move at full speed in water.
Awesome.
Can you like breathe underwater, or do you need like
Samus can breathe underwater from the start.
No, you Dordle. Can you breathe underwater?
I breathe underwater? Once.
You spent so much time at the lake as a kid. Did you not evolve?
Yeah.
Any type of gills or rebreathing abilities?
No, but I did evolve the ability to bear the taste of like dirty sand being in my mouth because Georgia Lake's.
Yeah, that's
fair. Sand in your mouth for.
So real talk, when I was a kid, so every summer we would my mom's side of the family, so like all of my aunts and uncles and cousins on my mom's side of the family, my grandparents, we would take a 1-week vacation down to the Gulf Coast and just rent like a big condo down there and all stay in.
We used to do that all the time together.
And I got to the point where I'm trying to remember when I started doing this, but, you know, we would get there, we'd unpack, and then, of course, all the kids would be so raring to go to the beach that first day we got there. And I remember multiple years running full sprint into the Gulf of Mexico, which is not great water. We're talking like the Alabama coastline. Running into the Gulf of Mexico and just opening my mouth just to get, like, the taste of the sea. Either it was something that I was looking forward to / getting used to having water in my mouth a bunch, because we were going to be, you know, wrestling in the water and playing a bunch of games and like throwing the football and stuff like that in the Gulf. But there were so many times where I just like swan dive with my mouth open and like just gulp down a bunch of water just to be like, yes, the taste of summer. Weird shit.
It is kind of weird.